The theater of the sphere, that connects.
Yes, it does. I mean, the theater of the sphere is what I call the work, the most essential description of the work that we do with the Teatro Campesino. Again, the word Teatro Campesino translates into the farm workers' theater. Unless you're Latin American, let's say, you really cannot know what the word Teatro Campesino really means. There were other Teatro Campesinos, sort of a generic form that various governments, but specifically the Mexican government after the Mexican Revolution, created. They had these teatros campesinos, these rural theaters that used to go out into the countryside to teach the Indians, basically, how to delouse their hair or how to brush their teeth and how to become civilized, essentially. And so I took that and I turned it inside out. I said, this is not going to be about how to brush your teeth or how to delouse your hair. This is going to be, this theater, this Teatro Campesino is going to be about how to open up your heart, the power of your heart. And so the heart is the very center of the sphere. And the heart is not only what you feel, but what you think, what you sense about yourself and about the world around you. And the universe, and physics will tell us this, Einstein said this, have led us to believe that the universe extends in every direction forever. So that gives us a sphere, you realize. It gives us a perfect sphere, if you're thinking cosmically. We are, as human beings, approximations of that sphere.
Well, in your articles, you wrote that the theater of the sphere is still your most important goal.
I think the sphere that unites us all, for instance, and I'm discovering it in other ways now, really. I find that the wall between me and other people is coming down.
How are the walls coming down?
You know the Edwin Markham poem, don't you? Edwin Markham was a poet laureate in California in the 19th century. And he wrote a poem, probably his most famous poem. He was a graduate of San Jose State.
I think I do. He drew a circle?
Yes.
I do. It's a favorite of mine, too.
Exactly. So that's one of the ways
well,
the walls come
to.
He drew a circle that shut me out. A fiend, a foe.
Heretic, rebel, a thing to...
Flout. But I had will and wit to win. I drew a circle that shut him in.
I drew a circle that took him in?
Took him in.
Yes, something like that.
That embrace, and it's how do you take care of those that would reject you? Well, you embrace them, I mean, ultimately, and it really is the sort of turn the other cheek mentality, which the world has so much trouble trying to understand. Somebody says, how can I turn you slapped me here and you want me to turn this one? Figuratively speaking, it's not necessarily literal. There's more to that, see. We have to understand that the walls that separate us are really only illusions that stem from our own minds. We run up against our own ignorance, okay? If George Bush sends planes into Iraq, he is bombing George Bush. He is not bombing Saddam Hussein. If Saddam Hussein attacks George Bush and calls him a devil, he's attacking Saddam Hussein, not George Bush. We have to deal with the phantoms of our own minds. We have to deal with that other, that sense of otherness, and penetrate it. How do you penetrate it? Not by force, through vibration. You learn the vibration of a culture and you move into it.